In the final hours before polls open on Election Day, Republicans are cycling through one crazy stunt after another. For more on this, it's time for a closer look. You might think that after 2 years in total control of the government, the party in power would have a record of achievements to run on. But most of what Republicans have done in office has been deeply unpopular. So instead, they're furiously throwing out one new lie after another. Like when Trump just made up a fictional middle-class tax cut he said he was going to pass before Election Day, even though Congress isn't in session.
We are looking at putting in a very major tax cut for middle-income people. And if we do that, it'll be sometime just prior, I would say, to November.
Major what again?
A major tax cut. We are going to be putting in and are studying very deeply right now, round the clock, a major tax cut.
No. I don't believe you're studying anything around the clock. I mean, your eye bags say all-nighter, but your grasp of policy says in bed by 7. But the real heart of the GOP's closing argument is its racist fear-mongering over the caravan of migrants headed toward the southern border. In reality, the caravan is a few thousand vulnerable people fleeing poverty and violence, but Trump keeps insisting it's a gang full of criminals. Trump's campaign also produced an ad calling the caravan an invasion. The ad was obviously and explicitly racist, but before you get mad at Trump, just know, this is the first he's hearing about it.
Mr. President, several of the networks have declined to run your immigration ad that you posted last week, saying that was potentially too racist. Do you have a response to that?
I don't know about it. I mean, you're telling me something I don't know about.
See, there you go. He didn't know anything about it. The only problem is this was the last part of that ad.
I'm Donald Trump, and I approve this message.
I'm Donald Trump, and I approve this message. In fact, I've been working on it around the clock. He's like a guy who denies robbing a bank but forgets that he waved at the security camera. Now, this ad was so racist that CNN refused to air it, and today NBC and Fox News said they would stop airing it. Any network should have seen it for what it was and turned it down right away, but unfortunately, not everyone did.
The president has been criticized for a campaign ad that is not only factually incorrect, it comes across to many as simply racist. CNN has refused to run the ad, but NBC did air a shorter version of the ad last night during the Green Bay-New England football game.
You couldn't find anything else to fill 30 seconds of ad time during a game between the Patriots and the Packers? I mean, hell, just give us a live stream of Tom Brady on the sidelines in that giant coat. In fact, you could tell the ad was racist because even the ad after it was shocked.
I'm Donald Trump, and I approve this message.
Dude, that's up.
And then, of course, there's also Trump's racist stunt over birthright citizenship. Now, automatic citizenship for anyone born in this country is a right enshrined in the 14th Amendment, and yet Trump has been insisting he can just unilaterally repeal it through executive orders, something he obviously cannot do.
Just so you understand, a person comes in, was never in our country before, has a baby, and now all of a sudden the baby is a United States citizen. And through chain migration and other things, many other people come in through the baby. Hundreds of thousands of children born to illegal immigrants are made automatic citizens of the United States every year because of this crazy, lunatic policy.
Why does he scream like that? Sounds like he's doing an impression of Jerry Lewis sitting on his own balls. Automatic citizens of the United States! Also, why? Why is he so obsessed with babies? Trump has been all over the map on almost every issue throughout his life, but one thing he's been very clear about, he does not like babies.
Our companies have been just taken like we're a bunch of babies.
We have a bunch of babies running our country, folks. We have a bunch of losers. They're losers, they're babies.
Just for those babies out there that keep talking about tariffs.
Oh, please, please, don't be a baby, okay?
I know all these things. I mean, I'm not a baby. I know all these
but
things.
why do you...
I'm not a baby.
Nothing makes you sound more like a baby than saying, I'm not a baby. If you're not a baby, you don't have to clarify. There's never a situation where you're looking at someone and you're like, Is that a baby? And it turns out you're wrong. This whole birthright citizenship thing is obviously just a racist stunt designed to motivate the GOP base. Trump himself can't even exactly explain how it would work. Listen to him talk to reporters and try to argue that he doesn't need a constitutional amendment to change the Constitution.
Birthright citizenship is a very, very important subject. In my opinion, it's much less complex than people think. I think it says it very loud and clear in the Constitution that you don't have to go through the process of whatever they're talking about.
Oh, yes. Sure. The process of whatever they're talking about. That's exactly how the founders laid it out in the Constitution.
The Congress, or whatever it's called, with the consent of whoever, shall have the power to do something to the thing, you know, the big piece of paper with all the laws on it. What's it called? Actually, never mind. I forgot what I was trying to say.
And not only is this racist, it's also infuriating coming from a party that has spent years lecturing everyone else about the Constitution. For years, Republicans have paid lip service to the Constitution, including Trump, who repeated those talking points as a candidate and as president.
We defend our Constitution, and we believe in the wisdom of our founders.
I feel very strongly about the Constitution and ruling through the Constitution. I'm proud of it, I love it, and I want to go through the Constitution. And that's what we want to do. I mean, we want to bring the Constitution back.
Bring the Constitution back? It didn't go anywhere. It's the founding document of our nation, not the McRib. And lying... And lying about the caravan isn't Trump's only racist scare tactic. In his desperation to fend off a blue wave, he's also back to implying that former President Obama is not American. Trump was in Indiana campaigning against Democratic Senator Joe Donnelly and said this.
It's no surprise that Joe Donnelly is holding a rally this weekend with Barack H. Obama.
Aw, go F yourself. No one... No. No one wants to see your racist charades. Although you know Trump is the guy when he plays charades who just answers during the question. Movie, one word, Jaws. Trump is running a campaign of racist incitement, and that's because he and his allies know that keeping people angry and afraid is one way they can stay in power. In fact, that's a point Obama made at a rally in Florida on Friday.
Why is it that the folks that won the last election are so mad all the time? It's an interesting question. I mean, like when I won the presidency, at least my side felt pretty good.
I love that Trump is out there losing his mind, throwing out one insane conspiracy theory after another, and Obama's just like, you mad, bro? Oh, so man, I am so happy Funny Obama is back, and he's got new material. I guess that Netflix deal he signed is really working out. You hear about this caravan? The only van Trump should be thinking about is a moving van. And he looks like he's ready to move. You see those bags under his eyes? Those bags are packed. What else? This election. Hey, Melania, help me get these bags into the overhead. But Melania, she's not on the plane. He's going up one stair, she's going down the other. What else? This election has made clear what the modern GOP has become, a party that traffics in open racism and sells its voters culture war rhetoric while enriching themselves at taxpayers' expense. They're hoping racist fear-mongering will distract you while they rob you. And they're hoping you won't care if the president is a
crazy lunatic.
This has been A Closer Look.